So today, guys and girls, we've got something truly special to show you. We believe it's probably the most expensive car we've ever bought at Romans, and definitely one of the most special we've ever had for sale. So without further ado, my colleague Nez is going to help me take off the covers to reveal exactly what we have bought. So there are officially 210 LaFerrari Apertas. That's less than half of the 499 coupes they made. So 200 of those cars were actually sold to customers, obviously hand-picked, their VIP list. And then there were a further 9 cars which Ferrari basically kept for themselves. They're going to be used for events all over the world, possibly seeing them in museums. And then finally there was one more car that was built specially for a charity auction. The proceeds went to Save the Children in Africa and Asia. And it actually sold for 8.3 million euros, which is also a world record for a brand new car. So according to our sources, we believe there are 16 UK supplied cars, one of them. We do also know that Gordon Ramsay got one. He announced on Top Gear that he was getting a LaFerrari Aperta. We also know Lewis Hamilton has one in America. So there were lots of very high-profile Ferrari collectors that weren't chosen to have one. A couple of people have actually spoken out about their disappointment of not having one. Look, we don't know the Ferrari vetting process, but what we do know is these are extremely hard to get hold of. So we believe this is the most exclusive model in the world right now that's physically available. So obviously when we got the opportunity to buy the car, this is something we did everything we could to be able to purchase the car. We had been offered one once before, but it was overseas, it was the other side of the world, and there were quite a few middlemen involved, and we ended up withdrawing our interest. Fortunately, this time around, this was a UK-based client, someone we've done plenty of business with in the past, so we managed to agree a deal quite quickly, and we also bought the client's 918 Spider, got the cars collected, paid for them, and brought them back to Romans, and they arrived on a transporter later that day. So when a car like this arrives at Romans, all of the staff get super excited. We all want to come and have a look at it, check out all the features. So let me show you around the car. Okay, so there are only 5 different colors you can choose a LaFerrari Aperta in. You can obviously get Rosso Corsa, which is the famous red. You can get Nero Daytona, which is the black, Grigio Ferro, which is the gray. Then there are 2 pearlescent colors. One of them is Yellow Tri-Strato, which is yellow. Then you have this, which is called Bianco Italia. It's a triple layer pearlescent white paint. Had you asked me before, this might not have been the color I would have first chosen, but having seen it in the flesh, it looks incredible. It's worth mentioning that the charity car I mentioned previously was in Rosso Fuoco. That was a one-off paint just for that car. So if you do see any other paints, they would have been repainted. They would not be original factory paint. So one of the most distinctive features of the LaFerrari Aperta is the pinstripes. So you'll see the pinstripes which run through the bonnet. They also run down here on the front. So the pinstripes also go back here where they surround the whole engine bay. See, this is the most obvious way of differentiating, other than the roof, between the coupe and the Aperta. Okay, so there are quite a few different options you can get on the LaFerrari Aperta, but by far the most important and the most expensive is this. It's the carbon fiber roof, which obviously is a removable hardtop. It's a one-piece carbon fiber, which is different to the 2-piece of the 918 or the Lamborghini SVs. Nez is once again going to help me remove this. It's simply done just with a couple of clicks. It comes off just like this. So obviously once you've stowed your carbon fiber roof somewhere safe, it is a £50,000 option, so make sure you don't leave that hanging around. You can also specify the colour of wheels. Obviously this client's gone for silver wheels with silver centre locks. This has also got carbon fibre wheel caps, which is a nice touch. Yellow brake calipers on this car. Obviously you can choose black or red, whatever you prefer. There are lots of other carbon fibre options you can get. This is the whole windscreen frame is in carbon fibre. You also have down here these carbon fibre side seals, which still have this sort of white edging. It's a 70-year badge to celebrate the anniversary, 1947 to 2017, that's 70 years of Ferrari history. A nice option to have is these carbon fibre wing mirrors. You'll also notice if you look closely, these are angled differently than the coupe, one of the changes they had to make for the Aperta. Another change you'll notice is slightly different than the coupe is the doors and how they open. So on the Aperta they open a little bit more like sort of butterfly wings, whereas on the coupe they come up a little bit higher, and that will bring us in nicely to the interior. The interior on the LaFerrari Aperta is a very special place to be. Obviously driving any LaFerrari is incredible, but when you've got the roof off, not only do you hear that V12 even louder, but just having the wind in your hair is a whole nother level. So I think this interior has been spec'd to perfection. So you've got the leather and the Alcantara, you've got this perforated Alcantara through the middle with the yellow underneath, you've got the yellow pinstriping throughout and the yellow stitching. It's such a lovely interior to be in. I think the owner's done an amazing job. You've obviously got carbon fibre absolutely everywhere. You've got the sort of oval shaped steering wheel you get on the LaFerrari Aperta, but it's just a mesmerising place to be. Okay, so there are lots of similarities to the coupe in how the seats are fixed to the chassis, with the steering wheel which moves back and forth and the pedals that move back and forth to find your true driving position. There are lots of nice features and options you get on the car as well. So you've got suspension lift here. You just press the button to raise and lower the suspension. You've obviously got lots of nice home comforts, navigation, Bluetooth, you've got a rear camera. So there's lots of nice things you have in here. The options you can get on this car, which this car does have, is Ferrari telemetry, which basically means you can upload on a USB stick loads of data, all the tracks from around the world, and then record lap times, splits, get lots of data on the performance of the car. And this car's also got track inner cameras, so what you have is you have a little camera up here which is pointing into how you're driving, so you can check on your driving techniques. And then you've also got a little camera here which focuses on the road ahead. So if you really want to become a racing driver, these are great options to have. And this is the ultimate car if you're brave enough to take it on track. There's lots of other nice little touches that just remind you you're in a very special car. You've got the little Italian logo up here. This is always reminding you that you're in the LaFerrari Aperta. Again, you've got the 70th anniversary badge up here. You're always reminded that you're in something truly special. And they've also changed the aerodynamic flow. So they're saying the flow is now coming round and under the car instead of straight over. But this, the 6.3 litre naturally aspirated engine, combines again with the electric motor, producing 950 brake horsepower, same as the coupe. So the power on this thing is unbelievable, and obviously this is one of the fastest convertibles in the world. There you have it guys, the LaFerrari Aperta, one of 210 worldwide, and a unique opportunity to buy a UK supplied car. On the day of filming it is still available, but by the time this film goes out it may well be gone. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and we'll see you again very soon.